morning, friends. Really glad to be here on this beautiful Friday morning. And this is a 1-hour gentle flow. If you have blocks or books, we'll start this way with one block along the spine, coming right to the top of your shoulder blades, and one block under the head. You can always adjust the height of your blocks, making that block under the back taller or lower. And then if you don't have blocks or books, simply lay down on the back. And if it feels okay, draw the soles of the feet together, whether you're on blocks or not. And then walk the heels toward the body. Let the arms relax alongside the body. Another leg option for this shape is to extend the legs long and roll a blanket or pillow under the knees if you have lower back tension. And we'll begin here, Spinal. Begin to let your shoulder blades relax to the mat. And when you're ready, close down the eyes and mouth. Begin to focus on the breath. It can feel a little different awakening the lungs on the back, especially if you have blocks underneath. Maybe beginning to engage the abdominals a bit more as you control the flow of air up and out. Some of you have joined other classes this week. You know that our theme of the week is focusing on back engagement and back bends. And we often think of back bends as those gymnastics type poses, full wheel, and that's certainly something you can work toward in your practice. But in fact, every time we take cobra, locust, up dog, lots of other poses, we're engaging the back muscles. It's a really great way to cultivate good posture in the rest of our day, especially in this culture where we drive, sit at desks a lot. So that's where we're heading today. And especially in a gentle flow class, I invite you to really use your breath to tune into how deeply to engage your back anytime we arch the spine. When your breath becomes shallow or choppy, you've probably found your edge. If you haven't already, begin to connect with your Ujjayi pranayama, constricting the back of the throat as you control the flow of the air up and out. Maybe that audible vibration is quite loud at first. And through our practice, work on softening that hum so that just you and someone right next to you could hear it. And one of the interesting things about our Ujjayi breath, diaphragmatic breath, is that the diaphragm is one of the only muscles that expands when we contract it. So with most muscles, when we contract, they shorten. Think about the bicep bending the elbow. With the diaphragm, each time we inhale, we're expanding it down and out as we contract and engage it. In our practice today, if you lose your Ujjayi, simply take another inhale and come back to your breath. Take 2 more full breath cycles here, deepest, longest breaths you can. Good. And then if you're up on blocks, lift yourself up just enough to slide the blocks to the side for now, and then release down to the back once more. When you find yourself on the back, send the soles of the feet to the ceiling for happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Catch outside the feet or legs, draw knees to armpits, and then find stillness, or if you're ready for some movement, straighten one leg to the side, starting to stretch through the backs of the legs. Take one more full breath cycle here. And then extend your legs long, draw legs together, and point your toes. So we're moving toward fish pose, another back bend. Plant your forearms on the mat alongside the body and begin to prop yourself up on the forearms. Walk your elbows back just under or in front of your shoulders, and then strongly point the toes, press the palms down as the sternum starts to lift. Imagine a string pulling your chest toward the ceiling, but keep the belly muscles engaged as you arch the back. Option to release the head and neck back any amount. Matsyasana. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take another inhale, lift the chest up. Good. One more deep inhale. And then slow and steady, walk the forearms back down, come all the way to the back. With your next inhale, draw knees to the chest and begin to rock left and right. Take any movements that feel good here. Massaging the lower back and coming back to your deep breath. And then rock your way back to center. Bring your hands behind the thighs. Begin to rock and roll along the spine. Take 4 or 5 rounds before rolling all the way up into tabletop pose. Option to try crossing the legs as you roll forward and rolling over the knees. And then any way you get there, come to stack shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. You can slide a blanket under the knees here or roll up the mat a couple times. And then take a look down at your hands. Pointer fingers should be shining forward, so rotate your fingers if you need. Begin to lift up behind the belly button. And with an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Marjaryasana, cow pose. Exhale, tuck and round. Strongly press the floor away. Tilasana. Moving through your cow cats, making our first vinyasa here. We often think of vinyasas as moving through yoga push-ups, but in fact, it's any time we consciously use our breath to inform our movement. Each inhale, feeling the gaze turn up a little higher. And with the exhale, strongly pulling the belly up under the ribs. The next time you arch the back and lift the gaze, hold here. Tuck your toes if they're not already. And then press through the palms. Another inhale, chest up. Exhale, send the hips back for child's pose. Balasana. Draw the legs together and then walk your hands forward, making this a bit more active. Tense up on the fingertips. To deepen the shoulder stretch, you can walk the hands forward and together. Throughout our practice today, feel welcome to find child's pose, tabletop, or any other resting shape. Always using your breath to guide when you need to add extra intensity or cool things down. Next inhale, press through hands and knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, hips up and back, our first down dog. And then walk your feet back, anticipating that same distance you'll need between hands and feet for plank pose. If you're someone who has a home practice, a good way to check your alignment with hands and feet is if you start to wear out your mat in the same spots over time, striving to keep that same distance between palms and soles of the feet. Relax the back of the neck. And with an inhale, roll forward to plank, drop the knees. We'll work on some core engagement here. Knees are behind the hips, a little different than tabletop. Take an inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, lift the feet, yoga push-up, elbows to ribs. Inhale, press back up, lift the chest. Exhale, lower, bend the elbows. Once more, inhale, lift up. Good, exhale, lower, and this time extend the legs straight back, coming to the belly. Hover the palms under the shoulders, tuck your toes. And with an inhale, chest up, classical cobra. In this variation, we're pressing toes to the mat, and then see if you can bring your elbows together and back toward the rib cage. Good, Bhujangasana. One more inhale, chest up. Exhale, press through knees or plank, back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Throughout our practice today, anytime we lower to the belly, option to lower to knees first, building strength either way. From down dog, inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Also a back bend here. Press the toes to the mat, shift your gaze forward. With all our back bends today, focus on keeping those abdominal muscles active, even when the lower back arches. Next inhale, slide to the belly, hover the palms, cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. 2 deep Ujjayi breaths here, in and out through the nose. With your next inhale, turn the gaze forward, come on the toes. Begin to tiptoe as slow as you can toward the hands. Feel levity in the hips, rootedness through the palms as you make your way to the top of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Option to clasp hands behind the back if that feels okay. Starting to open the chest as you draw the weight toward the toes. Whichever arm version you have, press through all 10 toes. Keep feeling the hips lift until they start to stack over ankles. Good, keep the breath deep even as you press the belly to the thighs. If the arms are lifted, one more inhale. Exhale, release hands toward the feet, forward fold. Take a deep bend in the knees. And with an inhale, press through the feet as you roll up. Legs are active, shoulders relaxed. Beautiful. We'll meet standing tall. Tadasana, mountain pose. Option to try traditional foot alignment, big toes together, heels slightly apart. This helps us to engage the inner thighs and roll those outer hips in. Soften the gaze, straight ahead, and breathe. We'll warm up the whole body with classical Surya Namaskar, and we'll add some extra breaths in our lunges today. Inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, shoulders back. Inhale, reach arms straight forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps back. Inhale, lower right knee. And we'll hold here. Front knee over ankle. Take an inhale, lift the chest up, drop the hips. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, lift up behind the navel. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, elbows to ribs. Inhale, slide forward, hover the palms. Exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps forward. Deep inhale, low lunge. Holding here, front knee over ankle. Take another inhale, create space between the vertebrae. Exhale, step up quietly, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. Inhale, lower left knee. Holding here, front knee over ankle. Take another inhale, chest up, hips drop. Exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, roll forward to plank, push the heels back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, elbows to rib cage. Inhale for cobra, lift the kneecaps up. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, low lunge. An extra breath, chest up, shoulders back. Exhale, step up and forward fold. Inhale, rise up, push the hips forward. Exhale, heart center, and release the arms. Nicely done. Come back to your breath. Option to bring big toes back together, heels apart. Draw inner arms toward the body. And then check that shoulders stack over hips, hips over ankles. Lifting up through the top of the head, pressing firmly down through the feet. We'll take a gentle standing back bend. Bring both hands to the hips. Take an inhale, chest up, elbows back. Exhale, press the hips forward, reach the gaze up and maybe back. Just like camel pose, keeping hips over ankles, extending the whole spine. Good, keep your breath moving. And with an inhale, stand back up. Exhale, mountain pose. This time, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift, and we'll hold here, fingers to shins. Checking in with our core engagement. Pull your shoulders back, lift the belly in and up. Feel the torso grow tight. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Next inhale, step your way back, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. A few breaths here, always welcome to drop the knees to tabletop for fine child's pose. If you're in down dog, send the heels a little closer to the mat. Really press through all the knuckles of the finger and the inside edge of the thumbs. From down dog, next inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. We'll keep our fingers on the mat here in our lunge to start. Front knee over ankle, back toes are tucked. With your next inhale, rise up, hands to the front thigh. You can stay right here or reach the arms up alongside the ears. If you lift the arms, check your peripheral vision. Make sure you can see to left and right. If not, pull the arms back. Good adjustments. Maybe drawing palms together, gaze up. If the arms are lifted, inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, bend the elbows, prana mudra, squeeze shoulders together. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, prana mudra. Once more, inhale to lift, gaze up. And we'll all plant the hands, frame the front foot, step back to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll take that on the second side. Next, inhale, left leg up and back, big toe down. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, low lunge. Starting on the fingertips here, tuck the back toes. When you feel stable, inhale, palms to the front thigh, and you can stay right here or reach both arms high. If you lift the arms, check back in with that peripheral vision. The more you press through your front big toe, the more stability you'll find. Maybe turning gaze up. Anjaneyasana, horse pose. If the arms are lifted, inhale, reach the fingers high. Exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze shoulders together. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, prana mudra. Once more, inhale to lift. And we'll all plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale forward to hands and knees, hips over knees, toes are tucked, and then walk the hands forward for melting heart, Anahatasana. Another back bend here. Focusing today on keeping the belly engaged as the lower back starts to arch. With each exhale, strongly pull the belly in and up as you shift the chest and gaze forward. If you're feeling very open, you can try bringing chest and chin to the mat. Always the option to just bring the forehead to a block instead. Come back to your Ujjayi. See if you can relax a bit more into the shoulders. With an inhale, walk the hands in, hands and knees, and then send the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk the feet back, find your long shape. And then take a deep bend in the knees, send the hips further back in space as the chest drops toward the mat. Keep that length in the spine. Begin to straighten the legs, your longest down dog. With an inhale, roll forward to plank, lower knees as you need. Exhale, lower to the belly, elbows to ribs. Good, building core control here. Untuck your toes, moving toward a few rounds of back bends on the belly. First round, reach the hands back, palms down, and then press the tops of the feet to the mat. With an inhale, lift the chest up, squeeze the shoulder blades together and back. Shalabhasana A, locust. You can keep pressing feet to the mat, feeling kneecaps lift, or you can try hovering the feet and knees, rocking on the hips. Good, draw your hands together and back, feel the chest lift. One more inhale. Exhale, lower to the right side of the face. Come back to your breath. Let the lower back relax. And we'll take a second round. You can keep the arms reaching back, or you can try interlacing palms behind the back, pulling fists toward the heels first. Either arm variation. Next inhale, chest up, shoulders back. Exhale, hold here. Good. If the chin lifted up a lot, bring your gaze just about a foot in front of your mat. Keep that length in the neck. Good adjustments. Maybe lift the feet up. One more deep inhale, lift the ribs high. Exhale, lower to the left side of the face. Let the arms go. And breathe. We're taking one more round of back bends this way. If you have a strap or a belt with a loop, I'll invite you to grab that. We're moving toward half bow. If you have full bow in your practice, catching the feet, you may not need the strap. Otherwise, bend the right knee, hook that strap around the back of your right foot, rotating your right elbow forward, and then pull that foot toward the head. Your left palm can stay right under your left shoulder here. Whether you have a strap or not, take an inhale, lift the chest up, pull that right foot toward the body. Good. Engaging all the muscles in the back, not just the lower back. One more inhale, right foot to the head. Exhale, lower to the belly. Let that strap go. And we'll take half bow on the second side. If you have a strap or belt, hook it around the back of your left foot, or maybe catch that foot with the hands. Right palm under the right shoulder, and then rotate your left elbow forward. When you're ready, inhale, lift the chest, pull the left foot toward the head, and breathe here. Ardha Dhanurasana. A great way to isolate the engagement of the back without worrying about balance. One more deep inhale. Exhale, lower. If that felt like enough, you're welcome to find rest here. To try full bow, either reach back with both hands to catch both feet, or hook your strap behind both feet, reaching both elbows forward, arms overhead. I'm demoing that version here if you'd like to see. When you're ready, holding the feet or strap around the feet, take an inhale, chest up, arch through the whole back, kick your feet to the strap or the hands. Dhanurasana. Good. Really good knee alignment. Take one more deep inhale, chest up. Exhale, lower. Let the legs extend long. And then bend the knees, crisscrossing ankles back and forth. Feeling some release in the outer hips. Come back to your breath. Really good effort. Challenging back bend there. Extend your legs long, tuck your toes. Palms under shoulders. And with an inhale, press through knees or plank, meeting back in downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog, take an inhale, gaze forward. Bottom of the exhale, step or float to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, fingers to shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, arms out and up. Exhale, release the arms. And we'll take that standing back bend once more. Hands to hips, squeeze your shoulders and elbows back. Press through all 10 toes. Inhale, chest up, hips forward. Exhale, lengthen through the whole spine and shift the gaze up any amount. Keep squeezing shoulder blades together. Beautiful. Hips over ankles. Next inhale, stand tall. Exhale, mountain pose. Bring both hands to the hips and take a big step back, coming to face the long edge of your mat. Either long edge is fine here. And then turn your right toes to the right, setting up for warrior two. That right heel should track right to the middle of your left arch of your foot. With an inhale, reach the arms very wide. Exhale, deep bend in the right knee, gaze to the right. Option to widen the distance between your feet if you're feeling very open in that right hamstring. Relax the tops of shoulders down from ears. Good, and then if that right shoulder pulled forward toward the right knee, pull it back, stacking shoulders over hips. One more inhale. Exhale, right forearm, right thigh. Sweep the left fingers down and up alongside the ear for side angle. Parsvakonasana. If you have an arm bind or deeper variation, you're welcome to go there. If the right arm is on the right thigh, see if you can lessen the weight, holding yourself with the abdominal muscles. Good, last couple breaths, maybe gaze turns up. Press through both feet, and with an inhale, rise through warrior two. Exhale, hands to hips, straighten the right leg, and then turn your big toes slightly in, outer edges of the feet parallel for a forward fold. Hands to hips, or clasp the hands behind the back first. Press through the feet. Inhale, chest up, shoulders back. Exhale, hinge forward, lead with the heart, and fold. You can bring hands to your blocks or the mat, or pull the fists up and overhead, drawing weight toward the toes. If you have the arm bind, pull the shoulder heads away from the ears, even as you reach the arms up and over. And if you feel the ankles collapsing in here, press for the outer edges of the feet. Run the tongue over the teeth, relax the face, the neck, the jaw. Prasarita Padottanasana C. If you have the arm bind, one more inhale. Exhale, palms toward the mat. Inhale, half lift, bend the knees, hands to hips. And when you're ready, begin to rise up, coming to stand tall. Exhale here. Turn left toes to the left. Get into your foundation for warrior two. Left heel tracking to the back arch of your foot. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms wide. Exhale, deep bend to the left knee. Shift your drishti to the left middle finger. Good, and if you notice the lower back arching here, pull in and up through the front of the body. Feel that lift through the spine as you let the hips lower. Really good knee alignment. One more inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, left forearm, left thigh. Sweep the right fingers down and up alongside the ear, side angle. The reason I like that cue of rotating the arm down first is it helps to get that right shoulder aligned in the socket in a way that keeps that joint healthy. Maybe turning gaze up under the right arm. See if you can lessen the weight in that left arm on your thigh. Parsvakonasana. Next, inhale, stand back up, warrior two. Exhale, hands to hips, and then heel toe your feet together. We're moving toward our standing balance. If you have a strap or a belt, you can grab that with a loop in it. We'll take dancer prep. And if you don't have a strap or belt, that's okay too. If you like to have a wall for standing balance, move so your left fingers can brush your wall and hold your strap in the right hand. And then feet hips distance apart, left hand to the wall or the hip. If you have the strap, lift your right toes enough that you can hook them into the strap, and then begin to pull the right foot toward the buttocks. If you don't have a strap, you can try catching the foot with your right hand. Wherever you're at, draw the inner thighs together, pull that left hip in, and you can stay right here. Option to reach the left arm forward and up. If you're feeling stable, you can try rotating that right elbow up for a deeper back bend, kicking that foot to the strap, just like in our bow pose. If you fall out, coming back in, Anahatasana variation. Good, soften your gaze for balance. Take a deep inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, lower, slow and steady. And then take a full body shake, wiggle it out. Let that side go. If you're using a wall, move so that your right fingers can brush the wall here. And we'll all take the strap or belt in the left hand if you have one. Begin to press through the right foot. Lift your left foot up so you can catch the toes and the strap. And then begin to pull that left foot toward the left buttocks. Option to reach right arm forward and up, challenging balance. Hug the right hip in, and you can stay right here. Option to begin to lift the left elbow up, pulling the left foot toward the head for a deeper back bend. Breathing deeply wherever you're at. Anahatasana. Beautiful focus. Take one more inhale, lift the chest high. With control, lower arms and legs. And once more, take that full body shake, maybe tapping out the thighs. And then let your strap go for today. Step your way to the top of the mat if you're not already. And we'll take a half sun salute to ring that out. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step to down dog. And you can hold here for a little more core engagement. Option to flow with me on the breath. If you're flowing, inhale forward to plank. Lift the belly up. Exhale, lower elbows to ribs to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale for cobra. Press palms and feet down. Exhale, hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll take about 5 long breaths here. You're welcome to find child's pose instead. Wherever you're breathing, check in with your breath qualities. Notice what's different, what's changed. If you found child's pose, meeting us in down dog when you're ready. From down dog, one more inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, lower to the knees and come to stand on the knees. Once more, you can roll the mat over or bring a blanket underneath for a little support. If you have a block or a book today, we'll invite us to slide that between the inner thighs at whatever angle works for your body. We're moving toward camel pose. The block can remind us to engage the legs so we don't collapse to the back. Either way, hands to hips, legs are parallel, and tuck the toes. Begin to squeeze the shoulder blades together and down. If you have the block, strongly squeeze the legs together. Good. Next, inhale, chest up. Lift the gaze any amount. Exhale, hips forward. Engaging the muscles all along the spine, not just the lower back here. Maybe releasing the head back if that feels okay. If you're feeling stable in Ustrasana, option to walk hands behind the buttocks, down the backs of the thighs, or reaching for the heels as you keep pushing hips forward. Even if you don't have a block, energetically draw your thighs together. Good. You're welcome to stay here a few more breaths. When you're ready to come out, tuck the chin to the chest first. Bring the hands to the hips. And with an inhale, sit straight up, long spine. Exhale, sit back to the heels. Slide the block away. An option to put that block under the sacrum as we hold here. Let one palm rest on top of another when you find your seat. And then shut down the eyes. If you're exploring your back bend practice at home, really important to find a neutral spine after deep back bends. So this is a great shape, spine nice and long. Down dog is also a neutral spine, and child's pose. We're moving toward child's pose. One more deep inhale. Exhale, fold the torso forward, slide the block aside, and then let the arms release back this time, giving the shoulders a rest. To feel some more length through the spine, you can walk the forehead further from the knees, and then always an option to slide a block under the forehead if it's not reaching the ground. Balasana. With your next inhale, sit back up. We're making our way to a seat. If you've never explored jumping through from sitting on the heels and you have your blocks, I'll talk us through that here. You're welcome to simply lower to the buttocks, extending legs long. If you'd like to try lifting through, bring your blocks outside your hips. They can be at any height. The taller it is, the more space to slide your legs through. Plant your palms on the blocks, and then just like in an arm balance, pull your chest forward and up first. Take an inhale, maybe lifting shins off the mat. Exhale, slide the feet through. It's a challenging activity, a great way to build core strength. I'll leave space here to try a couple more times, maybe adjusting the height of your blocks. Each inhale, chest forward. Exhale, lift the feet, pull them through. When you've had enough, we'll come to a seat on the mat. And then we'll open the legs nice and wide. Upavishtakonasana. Option to slide your blanket under the back of the sits bones. And if you're using a blanket, just make sure it's only under the back inch or so of your body so that you really feel those hips roll forward. And then bring hands behind the back to start. Come up on the fingers, feel that lift through the spine and chest. And then see if you can turn on all those muscles in the abdomen. Hold yourself tall. Maybe bringing hands in front, supporting yourself with the torso. Lift the kneecaps on the legs. Deep inhale, chest up. Exhale, walk the hands forward. A deep forward fold. To deepen the stretch through the back of the shoulders, you can walk your fingers forward and together. And then let the head hang heavy. Soften the face. If you feel your toes rolling in, you've probably hit your edge today with your fold. We'll engage our pranayama here, our breath control, to pull our chests forward. Next inhale, fill the whole belly with air. Exhale, strongly contract the belly in and up. Walk your fingers a half inch further forward. Try that one or two more times on your breath. Find your edge. Good, really good shoulder alignment. Shoulders look nice and relaxed. With an inhale, walk both hands back in. Draw your legs together. And we'll make our way to the back. You can slide that blanket aside if you have one underneath. Coming all the way to the back body. For one more back bend variation, we'll take bridge pose. If you'd like to make this restorative, relaxing, you can grab your block to slide underneath. Either way, bend the knees, plant the feet, hips distance apart. Walk your heels toward the buttocks. Arms alongside the body, palms down. Start to press through the inner edges of your feet first. Next inhale, lift the hips, press the feet down. Exhale, tuck the shoulder blades together. Option to slide that block at any height under your sacrum, your tailbone. And then either way, you can try interlacing hands under the back, pulling fists toward the feet. Keep those knees over ankles, and let the chest rise to the chin as you keep the chin relaxed. Setu Bandhasana. You can stay right here. Whether you have a block or not, option to inhale, lifting the right leg up, sole of the foot toward the ceiling, and hold for a breath or two. Ankle over hip, pressing that foot high. One more inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee, plant the right foot. And with an inhale, option to lift left leg high. Press the ball and heel of the foot up. Lift the chest. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the left foot. Inhale, lift the hips, slide the block away. Exhale, lower to the back, and let the knees rest against one another. Another variation of constructive rest here, neutral spine. In this shape, we'll take a few rounds of Brahmadi breath, bumblebee breath, a great way to start to calm down the nervous system as we head toward our rest. Take the first fingers and press them into the cartilage area of the ear where it meets the jaw, the tragus. We'll be using these fingers to lightly close off sounds so that we can hear a humming vibration. For Brahmadi breath, we'll inhale through the nose, and on the exhale, pick any pitch and hum loudly, pressing in the ears. Preparing to inhale here. Exhale and hum. Try that a couple more times. You can play around with the pitch you choose, seeing which frequency, vibration most resonates and calms you. And then release the arms back alongside the body. Know that you can use that tool on and off your mat. Anytime you feel that fight or flight urge kicking in, if you're having insomnia issues, I encourage you to explore it in your own time. Next inhale, draw the knees to the chest. And once again, rock left and right, massaging your lower back. And then challenge yourself to add an extra 1, 2, or 3 beats to each breath, really engaging the diaphragm to slow down and lengthen the breath. Good. Next time you rock through center, hold here, drawing the knees in, and then extend the arms wide in a T, palms down. One more inhale, knees toward the chest. Exhale, knees up and over to the left, spinal twist. You can slide a prop under or between your knees here, if that's more comfortable. Striving to keep knees at or above hip height so that we're not arching for the back. Let this twist happen from the base of the spine. And then turn your gaze any amount to the right. Soften or shut down the eyes. Jatara Parsvakonasana, reclined spinal twist. Next inhale, draw the knees back in toward the chest. Exhale, knees up and over to the right, at or above hip height. And then shift your gaze any amount to the left. Let that left shoulder relax. A lot of us tend to hold tension in the feet or ankles here. See if you can relax the feet and ankles. Maybe shutting down the eyes altogether. Spinal twists are another great way to release and find balance after back bends. Next inhale, draw the knees back in. And then begin to make your way toward your Shavasana shape. If you're those couple of yogis who needed to leave early before Shavasana, it's about that time now. Just make sure to cool down on your own time. Grab any props or clothing you'd like to have. And if you're wanting some support and release for the lower back, you can roll up a blanket or pillow, thick sweater under the knees. And take a slight bend in the knees here, legs extended long. And then either way, let your lower back start to relax toward the mat. Let your shoulder blades relax down. Turning the palms up can help to tuck the shoulders underneath, but always the option to flip palms down or bring a hand to the heart and belly for less of a receiving quality for the energy in the space around you. Take a deep inhale through the nose, fill the belly with air. And on the exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. Do that twice more on your breath. As always, you're welcome to find any other shapes or movements that feel better here. And otherwise, begin to settle into your Shavasana shape. Let the eyes relax into the sockets. Feel the eyelids grow heavy. And then let your Ujjayi pranayama go. Trust that the heart and lungs can carry your breath. Trust that the ground beneath you can carry your body. As you go inward, connecting to your energetic self. Nowhere else to be. No more effort to make. Simply holding this shape of rest, of integration, mind, body, an energetic body. Let my voice and cues grow soft and distant as you come to rest easy in Shavasana, corpse pose. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Harihi Om Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Chara Charam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om. Take a long, slow inhale. Let the belly rise. And open the mouth. Exhale it out. Enjoy the sensation of coming back to the body. Maybe feeling more grounded or energized, more awake or more calm. And just noticing the effects of your practice. No good or bad, just noticing what is. Begin to wiggle fingers, toes, and neck. And when you're ready for more movement, find a full body stretch, maybe interlacing the hands and stretching from hands to feet. If it feels okay on the knees, draw in the knees, roll to the right side, and allow a few generous breaths here in this liminal shape, this in-between shape, as we prepare to bring head above heart. No rush at all. When you're ready to rise, press your way to a seat and find your most comfortable seat, maybe sliding a blanket underneath. And then once more, engaging the front of the body as you pull the shoulders down and back. Feel that lift and strength through the spine and groundedness through the hips. With an inhale, bring palms to heart center. Press thumbs to heart, heart to thumbs. We'll close our practice with one round of Om, the universal sound of nature. You're welcome to join from home or simply listen. Preparing to inhale to Om. Om. Lovely to practice with you all on this beautiful Friday morning. The light within me honors and respects the light within each of you. Thank you. Mil gracias. As always, you're welcome to sign off. Thank you, Amanda and Diane. Or you're welcome to stick around with questions or thoughts. A couple of announcements for those who haven't seen the Facebook updates. So starting the week of May 3rd, my Wednesday and 2 Friday donation-based classes will move back outside to yards. And my Monday donation-based class will stay on Zoom. So for those people who prefer doing it from home or on the East Coast, and I'll send out those exact addresses. A big thank you to John and Sally who are here today for continuing to offer their yard space. That's lovely. If you have questions about that and you've never done outdoor yoga and want to know how that works or what to bring, feel free to reach out now or later by email or text. And I will also send out some information about some monthly outdoor practices here in Veneta, because we do have a lovely space here where I live, just a little bit outside of town, about 25 minutes away. So stay tuned for that. I'm thinking Sunday afternoons maybe for some special workshops for adults and youth. So thank you all so much.
Hey, Erin.
Thank you, Erin.
You're welcome.
Did you
Yes.